Alright, I believe we are now live. Hello, Reptar and Distorus Rex. Sorry for being somewhat late. I guess we are on now. Make sure you guys can hear me, correct? Just confirming. Yeah, I think you can hear me. You said hello. Hello, those of you who are watching. We probably don't have too many people watching right now since we just now started. And I'm definitely a little bit later than I thought I would be. I was actually filming another video, but I guess time got away from me. But welcome to the Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream. I guess this has been a little bit in the long time coming because over the last couple days, or weeks I guess, I posted a poll asking what you guys would like to see. And this was the #1 vote option, and ironically, I guess I went in reverse order and did what most people didn't want to see first, and then did Jurassic World Evolution somewhat last. Sorry, I'm catching my breath because I was running back and forth between the TV and the computer trying to set up the stream. It's kind of hard to get the thumbnail to look good. Also, the thumbnail is probably very low quality. But anyways, what would you guys like to see? I guess I was thinking about doing a sandbox game. But I could always do a challenge. I haven't done a challenge in a really long time, and I guess sandbox is a little bit too easy, but it's always kind of fun. But I'm thinking about just doing a Jurassic Park. Now, where? I don't know. I was thinking about Isla Nublar or maybe even San Diego. San Diego, though, is... I don't know. I mean, it's cool, but it's a little bit boring because, like, you just got desert, and that's kind of like the biggest thing you can do with it. But I was thinking about building a Jurassic Park resort on Isla Sorna, 1993. Now, to keep it in check, let's see. I guess we'll have all buildings just in case there's maybe a decoration from the Jurassic World era that I want to use. And let's see. I would like to do sandbox on Jurassic Park 3 map. Oh, now that's a challenge, because I think this is a very, ironically, saying the name of your YouTube profile, distorted map. Like, if I remember this correctly from Jurassic World Evolution 1, but at the same time, these are completely different maps. So, but we'll keep this on. We don't really want to make it easy. Okay, off. Dinosaurs on Star, unlimited, normal, let's see. I guess you don't really need unlimited feeder reserves. I mean, that's really helpful, but at the same time, it kind of feels like a cop-out. So, dinosaur danger, guess, yes. Just on. Low escape, normal escapes. Dinosaur trait intelligent. We'll turn all this on. We want dinosaur comfort, or else combat frequency, normal, on. Alright. So let's just start this game. Alright, let's see. I was thinking about doing a Dead by Daylight stream. I was actually trying to set it up because the Five Nights at Freddy's early access thing has occurred on computer, for computer users of Dead by Daylight who played on Steam. Yeah, I'm playing on console right now. Hello, new generation dinosaurs. Welcome to the live chat. Let's see. So, here we are. Yeah, it's not as distorted as the first Jurassic World Evolution map, but it's definitely pretty distorted. But we are going to be building hopefully a Jurassic Park map. So let's see, I think what we'll do is we'll maybe clear out some of the water in this area. We'll probably add a lot of it back. Let's see here. I bet we could actually get this water feature to actually work well with how we want our park to look. So I'm thinking we start out with an arrival point, kind of like a recreation of the Jurassic World, like a Main Street, but in Jurassic Park, which would be interesting. And for some nice scenic background, we could have the water be our background. Let's see, we want a visitor center, I think. Oh, well, that's going to be a little hard. Alright, we might have to get rid of some of this water. We definitely don't have enough room to build a Main Street right now. So ironically, in some way in this map, we have something common. Yes, that is correct. You are both distorted. Let's see. Hello, start with Edmontosaurus and Gallimimus, please. Alright, we'll make some herbivore exhibits. And hello, Jurassic Guy. Welcome to the live chat. I guess I probably should have said that first. So, I've actually had some interesting stuff happen today. I got out and about for once. I'm usually a recluse that stays inside the house, but for once I got out and actually went to Target, and I found the brand new Hammond Collection Troodon and the brand new Hammond Collection Stigmolic, as well as a lot of Rebirth figures. Now, I did not buy a lot of stuff. I did, in fact, buy the Troodon because I'm a big fan of, you know, like even though I never played the Telltale games, I really, you missed Target. Also, I love your video Crowbar animation. Well, thank you. But I'm a very big fan of the Troodons. You know, I actually made an entire, like, 20-minute EAS scenario about the Troodon. I'm a really big fan of its, like, species and stuff. You know, I don't know, maybe we should start over here. I'd say we start over here, but at the same time, though, or maybe we just rotate this. I think we should delete this. Let's see. There. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the water, and we'll do it a different way in a few minutes. We wanna keep, you're gonna try to make stop motion today. Well, that's awesome. I'm hoping to get some stop motions done soon, because, I haven't done any in a while. Let's see. Alright, so this is where we're going to make our entrance. We'll do it kind of sideways. Where are we? Walmart. Oh yeah, Walmart is definitely behind. I went to mine a couple of times, and there's never really much there. Unfortunately, they're not, like, when they do have stuff, they have a lot of really good stuff, but when they're behind, they're very behind. Alright, let's see. This is probably a good Jurassic Park path. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. Some Walmart still have Dino Track. Holy crap, that is terrible. Mine had the, oh yeah, you're gonna get the new Distoris Rex figure? Yeah, I've seen some places that have had those, like, not in person, but like on the internet and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get two probably. You know, actually we might want to, yeah, we'll put this, I'm having design trouble. I always try to be good. Oh crap, that's the wrong building. I try to do good with the designs, but I always do terrible in terms of final design. Like, it looks good in the moment, but once everything's done, I'm like, yeah, I could have done 1,000 times better. I don't know if the D-Rex is Target exclusive. I don't even know if it's connected to Target, if I'm being 100% honest. But I think Walmart would be a place that would eventually have it. Now, my Walmart, thank God, is not as, you know, like, in the Stone Ages of Jurassic figures as yours are. Fortunately, like, mine's still from Chaos Theory and all that good stuff. But, yeah, like, the last time I went, though, it was just, like, very, like, very little stuff there. Alright, we got a nice little mossy pond here. It doesn't waste too much area, and it's kind of nice. You know, I think we'll put a Spino statue here. It makes sense, you know, we're on Site B. This is the origin of the Spinosaurus. Speaking of which, there is a Spinosaurus Hammond collection coming soon. I was hoping to do it kind of right here in the water, but I don't know why you can't put it in the water. I think that'd be really cool. Wait, that doesn't make sense. You can put it in the water. You can't put it in the water, but you can put it on the path. It just doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, let's get as close to the water as we can. There we go. That's pretty nice, actually. Or I might change that out. I might put it to the side. You guys are probably getting bored. I'll eventually get to the dinosaurs. I'm just very picky about how we start the whole thing. Let's see. I guess we could do that, but at the same time, we might want to just do it when, alright. Nah, we'll just, let's see, that's a big branch. I don't really want that. There's a Mr. DNA. There's a oh, I have an idea. Let's see, we could do like a T-Rex on one side and a Spino on the other. That would actually work. Kind of T-Rex versus Spino scenery. Now, let's see. Okay, there we go. That kind of works. Nice. Let's see. Let's add some nice tropical foliage. Alright. So how's everyone's day going? I guess I should have asked that. How many people are on summer break? Because this is honestly the only reason I'd be doing a stream on a Wednesday or whatever day it is. I've lost track of time. Hey Crowbar, do you think the Jurassic World Rebirth T-Rex is actually Junior? I do not think it is. I'll explain why in just a second. I'm just reading the chat. I want the Hammond Collection Troodon. It's my favorite small dinosaur. Um, it's good. Yeah, I love, honestly, I'm doing a review video on the Hammond Collection Troodon. It's not anything big or anything, it's just like a short vid, like a literal short, but I really like it, and maybe if that video does good, wow, 8 viewers. Maybe if that video does good, I will make another review video when the Spino comes out. My day's going good, and this is my 12th day on summer break. Well, that's awesome. That's close to that for me. I think this is probably my Hmm. I can't. I've lost track of time. That's just the thing. When I'm not like in school and seeing the boards that have all of the like stuff on it, like hey, huh? Guess isn't there food and stuff? Oh, here. I guess what I was trying to say was is that when I usually keep track of the date because I'm in school. It's a shame that Troodon isn't the Jurassic Park game very well. I think you're wrong, Distoris Rex. It actually is. Um, like it definitely looks a little bit different. Like especially on camera, in person it's very obviously gray skinned, but on the camera, like it's really bright and it looks like it has white reflective skin. And also on the box, it reads it has Venom, so it is the Jurassic Park the game variant. Um, I should still have the box on me, or at least have a picture of it. I'll go ahead and read it off real quick. I think I should. I took a lot of footage for the review video. Alright, I'll read it off. First time you'll ever hear me read anything. Troodons are small carnivores with big eyes, sharp teeth, and poisonous bite. After releasing their venom, Troodon use their speed to take down much larger prey. I should check out how much it costs. For me, it costs $15. Also, I really until we get everything set up, I'm going to let's see. I'm gonna keep it constantly day because that just helps me build. I don't like it getting dark and me having to like squint my eyes to see what's going on. But let's see. So let's get back to work here. So I think we'll make a little break off area over to the side for like let's see, we'll build another not restaurant, but we'll make a drink shop over here. We'll actually add some customization to these later on, but we want to at least get a good start so that we can start with the dinosaurs. All right, let's see, we'll build a luxury path over here, and that will eventually lead to like a little hotel resort area. I might even build a little lake there with like sand and stuff. I'll also build something off the side to just make like a scenic kind of industrial area. It's not really necessary. Necessary for anything, but it's definitely something that would be cool. Let's see. All right, let's see. So what's going on over the summer that you guys are the most excited about? For me, I'm really excited for the whole FNAF Dead by Daylight thing that's coming out. I'm definitely doing a stream with that whenever it comes out in June. I'm literally counting the seconds or the days, whatever. I'm counting down the time to when that will actually release because I'm very excited for that. Um, hmm. Let's see, what else? I'm excited for all the movies coming out over the summer. Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm excited for Megan 2. It looks really goofy compared to the first one, but it looks like it's going to be funny. I'm excited for Rebirth. Me and my homegirl are going to go see it. Well, that's awesome. Excited for Rebirth. I'm excited to see the D-Rex Mutodon. Yeah, the Mutodon looks a lot better than I thought it would, honestly. Let's see. It's funny, this live chat is very fluctuating. 1 minute I'll have like 2 people, then it's back up to 6, and then back. It's very interesting to watch how it turns. So let's see. Let's do something very Jurassic Park. I think a Museum of Fossil Zone would fit this much better. Like, because we don't want to make it 100% too commercial. Like, we obviously want some places for our customers to enjoy themselves, but we don't want to be like a movie theater, Dave & Buster's. I think that was a Dave & Buster's that was on Main Street in the movie. I could be wrong. It was a very well-known arcade brand. I don't remember what. Okay, that's definitely too big. We might want to build a shelter off to the side. There we go. That looks pretty good. And we'll do some customization on these buildings later on. This definitely doesn't look amazing. Alright, we'll line this up, sort of. Alright, so We don't have any dinosaurs right now, so our guest income is kind of low. But we're probably... Welcome to Jurassic Crow. Oh god, the voice crack. My backyard is low-key perfect photography spot. It's kind of a jungle. I'll send pictures in the Discord. Yeah, my backyard is probably, like, it's a very nice backyard, but it's not very good for, like, getting a jungle scenery. But I don't go outside enough anyway to actually get any photography done. But I might in the future. That'd probably be a fun thing to do. Alright, let's see. We'll build, not really want, let's see, let's see, so, there's definitely more room on this side. Jurassic World Evolution 3 trailer, I'm probably gonna not watch it because I kind of want it to be a surprise. That's probably not a bad idea. Now, I would probably watch it for a similar... I'd probably watch it because, like, I want to make sure it's worth buying. Because, like, I was thinking about getting Planet Coaster 2 the other day, and it looked really cool. But the thing about those games is I always figure out that I'm no, like, very good artist when it comes to, like, building parks and stuff. That's what you'll probably figure out while watching me play Jurassic World Evolution. But then I'm like, well, I kind of suck at this, so there's not really a point. Let's see. Oh, we might want to level out this land right here. I always put a lot of effort into this, but it never really ends up paying off. There we go, that looks a little better. I'll watch it when it gets released. Yeah. Let's see, so we have a little anemone area, or I don't even know if I said that right. I'm gonna add a little sand that makes it very tropical looking, at least. Well, I have a small idea, but I'm not sure if it would work, because it would involve building a monorail, and I don't really want to build a monorail in a Jurassic Park. Well, here's another thing I'm missing out. You know, just forget this area. This is not going to work, because there's a lot of other area over there that would be just fine. That's the problem I have with Prehistoric Kingdom and Planet Zoo. Yeah, I don't remember if it was Zoo Tycoon or if it was Planet Zoo, but I remember there's this zoo game I really loved where you could just drive around in a go-kart and just, like, crash into the exhibits and stuff. Let's see. So, I guess we better flesh out these little industrial areas. We don't want paths just going to nothing. Let's see. I guess I forgot there's a lot more room over here. We don't need all that to start the tour, but we'll build some industrial buildings whether we need them or not. Let's see. Jurassic Park. Science Center. We'll just do that. It looks really nice. What's up, a truck car 1993? Welcome to the live chat. I really don't like modular building. I'm not actually sure what that means, but I don't like. I'm very creative, but I find that if I want to I realize it's gonna take a lot of work, like work that I really don't even know how to do to get done. I'm like, yeah, I'm not very good at this. Let's see, so, we want a normal path. Okay, and boom. There. Now, this looks kind of alright, like, we don't really need it for anything, but, you know. Crowbar, are you friends with any other YouTubers? Yes, I am. Like, I guess in real life, I don't think you could call me friends with any other real YouTubers. Like, I get on the Discord and talk with a couple of them, like Home Jurassic, who, you know, Animation Cove. I've always just called him Home Jurassic. Nissan Kaiju, Raptor Animation Son. Whenever I go to his live chat, he acknowledges me, and he's like, "Yo, Crowbar, welcome to the chat," and that's really nice of him. Let's see. I guess I got some I got some collaborations in the work with a couple, or well, a couple's more like one, but yeah, ooh, this is a nice little industrial building. It's too bad it can't fit in that little gap right there. Alright, let's see. Maybe we'll put some props there. Yeah, this actually is looking pretty nice. Wait, am I on Biosyn? That looks a lot like Biosyn. Oh no, I'm still in Jurassic Park. Alright. Paleomedical facility. Yeah, response facility. Holy, I haven't seen the response facility in a while. We might have to put this on the other side. We'll just put like maybe a lot smaller of a building over here. I wonder if the Paleomedical facility definitely won't fit. So, Expedition Center, we really don't need it, but it's great for scenery. What about Azon Studios? Arm Farm? Sorry, I'm friends. I don't know why I said that. Am I friends with him? Um, I mean, you know, I mean, and I mean, like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but we just don't talk that much. Like, he comments on my videos some, and and I comment on his. He actually hearts my comments from time to time on there, and he doesn't heart everyone's comments like I do. But I guess we don't really talk as much anymore. I guess um, the closest thing I guess you would call it to being friends was when I won that contest, and he was like posting my stuff like on his channel, like here's the second place winner. I didn't win the contest, I got second place, but I was very proud of that. Like I wasn't like, oh dang, I should have gotten first. I was like, holy crap, I got second in a contest. But yeah, okay, I guess that doesn't look too Jurassic Worldy. I mean, it kind of does, but it'll be fine. Let's see. I'm sure there's like a restroom or something we can put over here. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, water? There ain't water there. Also, I put the wrong restroom over here. That's silly of me. Just the random park goers like, what the heck just happened? There we go. That looks a lot better. And now somehow there's water over here, so we'll just delete that. Let me read your comment real quick. A truck ride in 1993. I know I was kind of elaborating on another question, so I didn't see yours. Hey, if you could add one dinosaur, let's see, one dinosaur. I swear, the other day I would have had a perfect answer for this, but for right now, it's gonna take me a minute. Let's see. Let me look at a Trocari's question real quick. It's pretty weird how the Jurassic World Infection AU has turned into a post on Gaming Beaters community to a video. It's crazy. Yeah, well, I saw your post and they inspired me. I was like, I bet I could turn that into something. And I was just, and it, you know, I guess the thought. And again, I'm putting the wrong shelter. I feel really dumb. But yeah, it was a very interesting concept, and I was like, and you know, I could definitely turn it. I could manipulate it a little bit and turn it into something crazy. Like it definitely has had. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I am looking at the chat, playing a game and talking at the same time. Let's see, where's something I can do? Backup generator. Well, I guess we could do that. I mean, kind of looks industrial. Power substation. That's not big enough. Small power. Oh, that's way too big. Large. Yo, maybe I'll just move this one closer. And just move the science center closer. Let's see. Science. There we go. Alright, let's see. If I could add one dinosaur to Jurassic World Evolution. Well, there's a lot of them. There's so many of them that they have added over the years that have been pretty great. Oh, well, this is kind of a cop-out, but it's true. I wish they would add a Troodon Pectinodon. I know they already have a Troodon, and I know it technically is the Troodon Pectinodon since it has the venom, but I wish it had like a skin like that was accurate to the... Wait, are you going to add sieges to the park because there wasn't a CG? There wasn't a CG. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to necessarily exactly replicate Jurassic Park. I'm trying to make like my own version of it, I guess is the correct term. Shunosaurus or Gojirasaurus. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's see. Wait, is Gojirasaurus an actual dinosaur? Or is that like the Godzilla version of a dinosaur from the movies? That would actually be really cool if that was a real dinosaur. Like, it's been a while since I've looked into actual paleontology. Yes, it's real. Wow, that's awesome. That's an interesting name. It's been a while since I've actually delved into IRL paleontology. So, yeah. I was like, hold up, that's a real dinosaur. I really like the response center. It reminds me of the raptor paddock. Alright, our park is coming together pretty good. The only problem is all these buildings are the same color, but it's not exactly a good point to get into the really nitty-gritty It's in the Godzilla universe. Godzilla's dinosaur form is called Godzillasaurus. Oh my god, bro, that was such a missed opportunity. They could have just called it Gojirasaurus and it would have been perfect. But let's see. I don't exactly have a lot. Paleomedical facility. Now that's something we probably need. All right. All right. I was watching this. I'm watching the stream at the same time as playing it, and it's kind of crazy how little delay there is. We'll just put another. Oh crap! There's not a lot of room for anything, is there? Oh, I really like this. I really like this one. Let's see. Is there like a really small one we can put here? We could put the Spino head here. Remind those what they'd be facing if they came this way. Also, there's a big gap right here, and I don't really want to fill it with another restroom because that feels wasteful. I might. Fun fact: the Gojirasaurus is named after Godzilla since its fossils were found near the place where the first Godzilla was filmed. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I guess I was thinking, someone must have really liked Godzilla, but that's really interesting. Let's see, shelter. Let's see if I have enough room. No, I do not. All right, we're just gonna have to fill that with some foliage or something. Just put. Okay, I guess it. Wait, you want trees, right? Okay, it's weird. Okay, just put some palm trees and stuff. Yeah, that works. Alright, so now we have our little visitor center. Now we're going to make a little path that veers off from this point and goes out and to the left. Let's see. Now we're going to have it kind of break off. This main path will lead to the Jurassic tour. I'll actually just go ahead and spawn that in. I think. Well, I guess I better build the hotel area just in case. Gojirasaurus is my top 3rd favorite dinosaur. I love it so much. Wow, that's awesome. I have to look into it. I'm actually not sure what type of dinosaur it is. If it's a theropod or a sauropod or. Hello, Jurassic guy. Welcome back. Let's see. Let's see. So I'm gonna have a little veer in the path. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't really like that though. Alright, no. Okay, that isn't a lot of room though. Let's see. I'm playing 2 right now. Hello, Oto Motions. Welcome to the live chat. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's rocks there. Alright. I think I'll retry this path and go like on the very edges of the map. Now give me plenty of room for a little resort area, and then we'll come back around here. And then this is where we'll put the ride. Now let's clear out these trees. Crowbar, do you play Fortnite? Yes, I very much do. Gojirasaurus is also in Jurassic World Primal Ops. Oh, that's cool. Gojirasaurus reminds me of Carnivore game Legacy. Yeah, I remember that carnivore hunting game. Let's see, so I don't think we have enough room for hotels on this side, but we can always put some on the other. Yeah, definitely don't. Okay, we'll put some small hotels, some big hotels. It counts like all one resort. Let's see. I think it'd be cool if you, like in the next Jurassic World Evolution, what is your least favorite dinosaur? That's a weird one. I can't really think of much off the top of my head right now. I don't know, I just, I'm not sure. I guess if we're going off like Jurassic Park dinosaurs, I guess I feel like the most like, I don't know, the least interesting is probably the Corythosaurus. It feels like Parasaurolophus kind of all over again. Like, it feels like a Parasaurolophus, even though it's not. Because, like, the only time we really get to see is in, like, the very beginning of Jurassic Park 1, where it's just, grazing next to the Brachiosaurs. Then, let's see, what else? And then Jurassic Park 3, when they're running in the field and all that, the Spino's chasing them. Now, we don't really see much of the Dreadnoughtus, if I remember. It's only, like, there for a little bit in Dominion. Now, if I'm gonna hand Dominion anything, I really like the dinosaurs they include in Dominion. I like the Pyroraptor, the Atrociraptor, all that. Like, I know a lot of people hate it, and I can see why a lot of people hate it, because, like, it's kind of sucky in terms of storytelling, or, and they didn't really focus on the dinosaurs that much. You know, I like it still, but I definitely agree with some of the complaints. But, let's see. I guess that works. Like, it's a little weird they have to walk through the hotel area. Well, actually, let's just delete the rest of this path. We'll kind of cut it off there. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll put probably a fountain or something here. Oh, I know exactly what to put. That was that one fountain I really liked. There, that looks nice. A glorified palm tree. Now we're gonna put some nice little grass over here. Also, somewhere around here I need to put the atrium, because like I don't know anywhere else in this park that we can fit an atrium. So I think we'll have to break off a little path over here, and then build an atrium over here, and then the path, you know, like the ride, will extend that way. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Let's see, hold on 1 second. Okay, let's put some good old-fashioned palm trees and foliage and stuff. Okay, I think this actually looks pretty nice of an area. I might go a little more depth into it later on, but we'll see. You know, actually I have an idea. Do you know the game Dinosaur Hunter and Carnivores? I think I do to an extent. Like, let's see. What's building terrains on? What's up there? Hey, Crowbar, what do you think happened to the dinosaurs after the fall of Biosyn Valley? Well, like if we were just going off what we saw, oh crap, that's a floating one. If we're just going off what we saw in Dominion, then I guess they continue to thrive and live there. But according to what we're seeing in Rebirth, they probably began to not thrive so much and begin to, you know, start to go extinct again. So I guess Hammer's just real, or nature's just really hammering it in that they were never supposed to come back. Let's see. I can't level this out for some reason. I was gonna add some, you know, like some, you know, not towels, some, what's it called? Some, you know, umbrellas. I don't know why the term umbrella blanked on me. We'll add a couple of those. You know how you see like beach resorts? There's like umbrellas with chairs and stuff like that. I don't know why. I can pretty much place that in the water. Do you think that's why people are going to a new island to get more dinosaurs? Maybe, that's definitely possible. I had the theory that, like, the big plot twist at the end is going to be that they weren't collecting dinosaur DNA for, like, a big health breakthrough, but instead they were collecting it. Holy crap, that's floating, but it looks fine from a distance. But instead that they were collecting them for another evil company to go and make more dinosaurs on the mainland. So that's the only way I could really see another, you know, trilogy happening. So that's probably what's going to happen. I hate how these are floating. I know you really can't tell it very well, but I hate it. Maybe I should have just left it be. You know, let's just not care. All right, now let's go off to the side and start our tour ride. Let's see. And then, all right, here we go. And then we'll go off to the side. We'll cut through here. I'll add some, stuff along the way. We don't just want like this to be a completely blank path up until you get to the ride. Alright, now we're not gonna have much room to work with a ride here, but I'm sure we can fit it. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Alright, so hold on just 1 second. Let's see. Wow, we've been going on for 40 minutes now. It's kind of crazy how when you get invested into like making a Giga not a Raptor race, what should I name the blue mixed with yellow one? The red one, blue mixed with yellow one. Let's see. The red one, Knuckles. The blue one, Sonic or Tails or one or the other. I don't know. I don't know why, but when you started listing off the colors, Sonic is the first thing that came to my mind. I don't even really watch Sonic that much, but for some reason that's just the first thing I saw. Alright, let's just take that off to the side. Extend to make it a little scenic. Make it look like you're actually going into the paddock. Alright. Alright, so there we have some fake fences. Now, let's see. We got a decent amount of people in our little resort area. Now, let's see if I can fit a few amenities. T-Mouse Rexy's washed up. She's 4 years old, way past her prime, and with the power of plot armor she keeps living and she makes... I cannot see the rest of that. But yeah, I'm agreed. I guess they probably really need to, move on with a different T-Rex like they're doing in Rebirth. We'll put something there. And then, I guess after that, there. That'll probably help out some. But that looks like a pretty nice little resort area. I'll probably fix it up a little more. But finally, probably should have done this when I had 10 viewers. But we're finally getting into the dinosaur aspect. Alright, so I don't know if I should build this as we go along, or if I should just build a big loop and build around said loop. Oh, we might want to delete that. Alright. And we'll come through here. And this is where we'll do the big da-na-na-na-na, the Jurassic Park gates thing. As a matter of fact, I think I could have added and I just didn't. Alright, edit route. Alright, here we go. Jurassic Park. Yeah, that's nice that they added this. It would kind of suck if you just had to make like an average tour. Alright, I guess let's see, I might want to even out the land real quick here. That's a really weird incline. Alright, I guess we can make that work. We don't. Alright, that's gonna look weird, but we'll make it work. Alright, that's really weird. Alright, let's see. Let's just smoothen this out a bit. This is really weird. I hate like when terrain just completely messed up. Alright, let's see. So this doesn't look too bad yet. Okay, that looks pretty bad. People are always saying how Jurassic Park 3 Spino is the only one who survived death. Well, how about Toro? He survived multiple... Yeah, Toro definitely went through a lot as well. Also, the Spino, I'm pretty sure canonically died. Apparently, according to Colin Trevorrow, apparently Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus was not the Spinosaurus that appeared in Chaos Syria or Camp Cretaceous, whatever it's called. But that doesn't really make a lot of sense considering that they literally called the Spinosaurus Asset 87, which is the Jurassic Park name for Spino. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense that that's supposedly. All right, we'll flatten that out. Alright, let's see. We're trying to fix the land here. It's definitely a little bit of a weird incline when you get to the gate. But it'll be fine. You actually kind of like how it's a little higher up, though. I think it looks kind of nice. It's almost like you're looking over a decent little hill. Toro got blown up, fell down a cliff, survived a big brawl with other dinosaurs, and survived completely being mind controlled. Yeah, that's a fair point. Let's see, I think I might just build the rest of the route, maybe. Let's see, so we're going to connect this to that, and then, let's see, trying to figure out what we should do next. So we're going to do it, we're not trying to completely replicate Jurassic Park, but we'll start out like Jurassic Park did and replicate the Dilophosaurus enclosure. So let's go ahead and get rid of all this foliage. We're probably going to need it back in a couple minutes when we need to adjust this area to the Dilophosaurus' comfort, but we do need parameters for how we need to build. Also, I also need to figure out a place to build a Hammond Creation Lab, which is probably something I should have done over here. The devs of Jurassic World Evolution 3 need to make a crispy Toro skin. They probably should. I feel like, though, they're going to need a lot more if they're going to make another Jurassic World Evolution. Let's see. Crowbar, who'd win in a fight? Giganotopter or Giganosaur? Holy, this is... Holy, this is, I don't like the amount of space this is taking up. Let's see. Can I do this sideways? I don't... Come on, come on. Yeah, no, we are almost completely out of room. Alright. Yeah, screw scenery, we need the space. Alright, I'm not sure, I'd say the, Giganotoraptor, that's definitely a fearsome one. Almost like another, similar to a Therizinosaurus a bit. I don't know, I'd have to think about that. I'd say probably, if we're doing, IRL, like maybe Giganotoraptor. If we're doing in Jurassic World, maybe Giganotosaurus. We'll put a restroom there just to make it look a little bit cohesive. Alright, now we can make some stuff, but we probably shouldn't make the Dilophosaurus yet. We don't even have an enclosure. Also, we might just want to straight up build a wall. A great wall. Okay, let's see. So we just build it off to the side. It gives the outside idea that you're going into the enclosure, which it really doesn't make sense if you think about it, because I mean, you're already technically going into an enclosure over here when there's a fence, but it's just all scenic. Let's see. This has turned out to be a pretty good park so far. We have a decent amount of progress on it. We just need to actually start with the dinosaur stuff. Let's see. We definitely also need to fix the terrain. It looks terrible. Wait, what did I miss? Hello, Big Heart. Welcome to the live chat. You haven't missed too much. You're probably actually just now getting here at the... Holy... Okay. We might need to delete that fence because it's messing with how you can adjust the terrain, because, like, where it was is where it stays. We're just now getting to the actual dinosaur part of this park, so I don't think you've missed too much. Let's see. Now we might want to even the... lowering level thing. Crowbar, what's your favorite Hammond collection figure? I don't know. Right now I'd probably say, I really like the new Troodon, but, like the Spinosaurus is probably just gonna be my instant favorite whenever it arrives. And it shouldn't be arriving too far from now. It should ship this Sunday, and then probably a week or maybe a week at most after that. That's when it should be there. Alright, let's see. Alright. Tour track. Concrete tour track. I don't really know the difference, but it's fine. Oh wait, crap. Alright, let's delete some of this. Alright. Our terrain's definitely a little bit jacked up, but we'll fix it eventually. I'd say right now, my favorite Hammond collection, probably, since it's brand spanking new, probably the Troodon. I really like it. I just got today, and it's really actually unique in design, pretty posable. It isn't too like stiff in the joints, unlike most Hammond collections. Alright, and then back over here. Alright, my friends were arguing about this today, so I need your all's opinion. What's better, single-player games or multiplayer games? Sorry, I was gone for a bit. My grandpa just found 2 turtles. Oh, that's cool. I like turtles. Sorry, I just instantly thought of that. But what's better in your all's opinion? Multiplayer games or single-player? Alright, we have Jurassic guy says single-player. Very interesting choice. What's your reasoning for that? I'm just curious. I'm definitely more of a multiplayer guy, but I'm always interested to hear the other side, the other side's opinion. Okay, we're gonna build some stuff here. It's probably one, but probably single player. Huh, I'm surprised. I have 2 friends, so single. Wow, I'm actually genuinely surprised. I thought like it would be like a grand sweep multiplayer. I just don't play multiplayer as much as I do single player. Like exactly 2 friends. So I'm sorry. Um, I have probably 4 close good friends, and then like acquaintances after that. Oh crap! I just smacked the crap out of my mic. Okay, that actually looks alright because you don't really see too much of the cliff. You know, it reminds me of the Jurassic Park T-Rex enclosure. There's a big dip right here, but you don't really see it because of all the foliage. Alright, and then along this side, I also have 2 friends. Well, 2 friends can be all the friends you need if they're good enough. Alright, I've been saying we're going to do this for a while, so let's just go ahead and get started. Now, let's not make it too, like, I guess, what's it called? Like defensive. We don't want it to look like a massive Tyrannosaurus fence for, I'm not a social person at all. They've been my friends since kindergarten. Oh, yeah, yeah. Because I like being alone playing games. When I'm in multiplayer games, I would want to get better scores or be better at the game. Yeah, I play multiplayer games more, because like I guess it's you're more likely to get a unique experience in my opinion. Hello, PlayFast12. Welcome to the live chat. And no, you're not late. We're actually just now, after about an hour, getting to our first actual dinosaur enclosure. 7 people watching. Okay, now we're actually building some. My time zone is different, so when I saw 4:30, oh yeah. Well, in your defense, I guess I was late too. I was supposed to be on. I guess I really don't need to make it curvy back here, but I was supposed to be on at 4:30, and I was like on at like 4:45 or 4:40. So yeah, I guess I was busy doing a video with the brand new Hammond Collection Troodon. There. All right, there's our enclosure. Now we're definitely gonna do some holy. What are you doing in the game? We're building a Jurassic Park, not the Jurassic Park, a Jurassic Park. Okay, we're gonna need to cut that off because that is way too big considering how small this map is. Sorry, Dilophosaurus, you guys do not get that big of an enclosure. Yeah, these guys are pretty small, so they should be fine with the little enclosure they get. Speaking of which, I should probably eventually make it a smiley face. That's actually not a bad idea. I have to delete it in a minute because they'll look weird, like from the ground. Let's see. There's one eye. Probably could have done better on the eyes. Alright, well. Game over. We've won, guys. We've completed our goal to make the ultimate Jurassic Park, and I don't know how it could get any better than this. This right here. But but it looks great. I guess I'll have to delete the account. It looks weird. But I remember the first time I ever played Jurassic World Evolution. I remember I was on the second map, and I just spawned in like as a ton of path, and it just spelled out welcome, and it took me like an hour to realize no one would be able to see that from the ground, and even if they could, make the eyes square so you can put tiny creatures inside. I will admit, I guess that'd be pretty funny, but I guess I'm still trying to make like an appealing part to the eye. Let's see. I might do. We're doing Jurassic Park, so maybe I should keep the Jurassic Park skin, but I kind of wanted to do the Dominion skin. It's cool. We'll do them. I'll do one Dominion skin, and then the rest of them are random. That one Dilophosaurus, like, I feel bad for all the other eggs you incubate, and then you just select one. Or maybe I should have done 7. I probably should have done 7 on that one. That actually might not work, but we'll see. Release via airlift. That would be pretty bad if we accidentally released it just on the ground.
En route to pick up the asset.
7 watching. Alright. Let's see. Release read airlift. So they got 8 of these guys. Hopefully they can deal with more than 8. Alright, now for, I guess, ground. Put the smaller, less interesting creatures in the front of the park, and the best in the back so when people walk in and see. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Let's see. Where's the signs and decorations? So, let's see. I think it should be up here. Yep. Let's see. Let's see. Carnivore enclosure. Flying the Dilophosaur. There we go. So let's see. Let's see this from the ground. Alright. Let's see, hon. Does that actually work? Was what actually worked? Alright, well, for some reason the gate just opened for me. Let's see. Yep, that looks pretty nice. Alright, let's see. Let's just speed up the process. It's used by retail stores with milk, so people buy more, and IRL parks, so people use more. That makes sense, honestly. The best ride in Universal is the Velocicoaster, and it's in the very back of Islands of Adventure, so that makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's just start getting used to this. You guys need prey, water. We obviously need water. We need some prey.
Commencing asset transit.
Alright, let's see. We'll do the water down here. It makes sense since there's kind of already a divot. Alright, prey. Let's see. And we'll do the Jurassic Park ones. We'll do it up here. There's a fight already, bro. You guys just spawned in. It's been 2 seconds. You guys better not kill each other. You guys cost a lot of money.
Asset has been collected.
Let's see. But I guess it really doesn't matter since we have unlimited money. Let's see. And they want more forest, so we'll put more forest in the back. Let's see, this should at least bring it up there. Happy. Okay. Happy. Yeah, well, that's good. Okay, better slow it down a bit. Let's see, I wonder what their max capacity is. I don't think they have. Let's see. Comfort, content, water, stamina. I have an idea. It's a bad idea, but a fun idea. Creating a closure back to back with, let's see. Let me have to read this, so I'll have to, let's see. Make an enclosure it's back to back with another one. I might do that in a little bit. Then put two carnivores. Oh, well, that's Han. I just got a message from Dev on. I got a message from Dev on Discord. I'm gonna reply. Awesome. Let's see. What were you saying? I gotta go back to the live stream chat. Then put 2 carnivores on each side, and later the middle, so they fight. That actually might be a bad idea for fun. I might have to do that. Wait, what's with the red? Oh wait, do they not have enough? Huh? What's with the red? Oh, they want more forest. Alright, fair. I think that should about do it. Yep, they're 100% happy. Crowbar, can you make it a Spino named Spino Guy 422 after my name? Yeah, sure. It'll probably be a little bit before we do a Spino, like, you know, what's, I already forgot the name. Like, let me look at the live chat. Like, Playfast said, you know, like the whole put them in the back of the park. Like, I know it really probably doesn't work since it's just like UI, but, it's interesting to do. Let's see. So, we'll see all the different skin variations of the Dilophosaur. I think, is this one the, no, this isn't, so this is just a random Dilophosaur, and it's just a normal Dilophosaur. It's interesting. Now let's look at this guy. This one's a unique one. I named it Giganautoraptor Knuckles. That's cool. Make a Brachiosaurus. Alright, I'm assuming that's a Brachiosaurus, but yes, we will. I guess well, I guess this isn't really what's up next on the tour, but it's definitely what's up next, what we'll be doing.
Asset in transit.
My guests are being eaten by dinosaurs till summer games. Let's see. I don't know why, but Big Heart and I heard that in the plankton voice from SpongeBob. Dang. Yeah, I can kind of imagine that too. Alright, so we got our first little tour part. And then, alright, see, I guess this would actually be a decent little place for the Brachiosaur part. Now, we can play around with this. We'll make this a 4, and we'll actually make this part of the enclosure. It'll kind of be a nice little herbivore area. We might actually put a decent amount of herbivores in this one little area. Probably would be a very interesting idea. Let's see. Then, and then we'll have the, what's it called, go through there. Let's see. I even got one for Sunny the Utyrannus analog core. Oh, that's cool. Sunny the Utyrannus. That's interesting name. Something interesting about having Utyrannus as analog horror. But yeah, let's see. We definitely need to delete some track. It's too close. Alright. Alright. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. And then we'll have the bracket, and then we'll have them kind of go around the side, and then we'll have them eventually on. Let's see. Let's see. And there we go. We'll have them come out this way. Now we're gonna have some sauropods. You should put a tiny herbivore surrounded by the biggest carnivores, just because that probably wouldn't be a. You know, eventually I should probably do a stream where I just make, like, I really don't care how the park looks and just do whatever you guys tell me. Right now I'm definitely grinding, like, a decent looking park. I'm at least trying to. Like, it probably doesn't look great compared to, like, Evolution Squares parks, if you know what I mean. Let's see. What's, I'm tempted to do a Dreadnought. It's probably the herbivore I've done the least of. Ironic. Also, doesn't this have a... Oh yeah, this is Dreadnought 2022. When Jurassic World Rebirth comes out, the D-Rex and Megalodon would be perfect for EAS scenarios. Yeah, they really would. I think I'll actually probably do that. I just don't know much about them right now, so it would kind of be odd to your park has its own charm. Well, thank you. Oh, holy, that's interesting. I didn't know they had the Jurassic Park 3 Brachii. I didn't know they had the Jurassic Park 3 Brachis. I'm not going to really randomize the eggs because I really like the Jurassic Park 3 Brachii. If you're going to do a realistic park, put the food and gift shops near the beginning. Make most of the park one path that loops over from the entry. Yeah, all the food and stuff is at the very entrance. I'm going to really customize it later on, and later on probably means next stream. If Jurassic World Evolution 3 isn't revealed at Summer Games Fest, I'm making a sandbox where all my carnivores eat the guests. Dang, that's definitely a way to make Frontier pay, just like sacrificing their guests. I think I'll do 2 more Brachiosaurs. I don't really want to leave it at 2. They're still transporting those Dillos. Let's see. We'll see if they're still happy. Oh, they're not happy about something. Apparently they want more forest, or I don't know if that's just that one or if it's all of them. Okay, well they're semi-happy, so they should be fine. Let's see. We're kind of doing a, let's see, this stream's probably not going to be near as long as some of my other streams have already been. I'll probably end this within like 20 minutes, but we still want to at least keep going while we can. I'm not really going to slow down or anything. I'll just keep going and going. I'm like, well, I guess this is where we should probably leave it. Let's see. Select eggs. Probably should have done a stream over the weekend, but I was kind of busy. I'll try to get a video out this weekend. It probably may or may not happen. It may or may not happen. I promised I was going to get a Jurassic World Analog Horror video out, but that might not happen. I'm very much a procrastinator, but I will try to make that happen. Let's see. I'll put some foliage over here. We don't want them to see the kind of odd parts of the fence. Honestly, though, if Jurassic World was or Jurassic Park was a real thing, do you think it'd be successful? Because think about it, like, it's definitely would be amazing to see dinosaurs, but consider this, like, you You go there,
Heading to
you
collect
eat
the
a few
asset.
good restaurant, it's on an island, like out in the middle of nowhere. You gotta like catch a helicopter or plane or something to get there, a boat, one or the other. And you go there and then basically like at first the only attraction would be this ride. You would just go around the park, see the dinosaurs from the thing, and then that kind of be it, you know?
Asset
And
transportation in
that would still be
progress.
really cool because like, dinosaurs and stuff. But at the same time, like you're like, wow, I took the one ride. Now I'm like, now what do I do? Hey guys, I'm gonna go. It was not good. Okay, well we'll see you next stream, Distorus Rex, and have a great day.
Transportation
Okay, first off,
complete.
10 new laws would be made. Then there'd be a lot of ton of military expansions where defenses it would most likely have. I'm gonna have to read all that. Um, it would most likely have only the richest visit. Yeah. But if you think about if it was open to the public, it probably wouldn't do amazing. Like it would still be really cool if it was like somewhere you
Transit
could
has
just
commenced.
go and see. In the wait, are someone attacking the fence? No, I don't think so. But anyways, it probably wouldn't do amazing because it's just inaccessible, and then there's like the one ride, and then that's it.
Asset delivery
But then there was
confirmed.
John Hammond did say in Jurassic Park 1 that there's more attractions in the making. Let's see how our brackies are doing. We probably need to get their needs fulfilled. I really like this brackie. Like, I always thought it was kind of creepy. Oh, tall nut. Alright. It's probably something we need. From a business view, it is so stupid having it on an island. That is a fair point.
Assets in the air.
It's really cool. What? Do we need tall nut or tall fruit? Tall nut. Alright. Like, hello, Toys with Krishan. Welcome to the live chat. Yeah,
Asset has been delivered.
from a business point of view, it's really dumb, but it's really like it adds to the fear factor of the movie itself. Because like if this was just going on down the street, like it's not gonna be like, oh well, the military could just come in and blow this thing up. No, when you're in Jurassic Park, you're on an island off to yourself, and you don't know, like you're just cut off from the outside world, which is really cool. But it obviously would be a terrible business decision. Let's see, they have a lot of forests, so I don't know how much more forest they want. It would most likely need to be in the tropics or somewhere. It would have to be in Orlando. Well, not specifically Orlando, but somewhere
Asset
like
delivered.
Orlando probably make the most sense. They're so cute, I love them. Yeah. I always thought they kind of looked like they had blood on their heads, but I guess that's just the dark side of me, just like imagining. So. There. So they should be pretty happy now. Oh, missing forest. I feel like they have a pretty big enclosure in my opinion. Let's see. San Diego would be a better choice. For Jurassic World, we need Cenozoics, we need Paleozoic creatures. Yeah, it would be really cool to see some mammals. We never saw the Smilodon from Camp Cretaceous make its way over, and we've seen plenty of Camp Cretaceous animals make its way over to Jurassic World Evolution. How have we not done the amount of kind of taking away from the tall nut, but at the same time we're fulfilling one need and taking away another, which kind of sucks. Alright, so we have enough forest, now we just need a little more tall. That Smilodon makes me so mad. Why's that? Alright, now it's a little too foresty. I mean, they're happy, but at the same time, wouldn't all the dinosaurs either be smaller or die faster because of the less O2 in our atmosphere? Yeah, that's probably true, but at the same time, they probably genetically modified them, like, the dinosaurs aren't 100% genetically accurate, so they obviously, the Velociraptor was looking way different. Let's see. Alright, that's probably the best we're going to get with Tall Nut. They're not extremely happy, but they're happy. To an extent, they're comfortable. Tree Frog DNA, yeah. Now you could definitely see him here. These sucky things, you probably get them mixed up. I forgot to say that brachiopistachios are very needy. I am figuring that out the hard way. Alright, so we let's see. So, I don't think we have enough room for another dinosaur in there. Let's, We should probably curve this way just to make the most use out of our area. Because we've already took a ton of our area with 2 enclosures. So we might want to loop back around, and it'll be on the back side of the Dilophosaur. Also, it's a little concerning why they're all just converged in the corner like, hey guys, I found a weak spot in the fence. Let's see. They all look almost the same though. I mean, I put random skins on, but from a distance they almost look all the same. Except this guy, I like him. Kind of reminds me of the Quiet Place monster. Alright, let's go back over here. Now I can't make this turn too sharp because then it just won't straight up work. Alright, they're having an evil meeting. And the corner spot is the food door. They're all waiting for dinners. They're waiting for Grubhub to arrive. And then the food will finally arrive, and then they'll just, or maybe the food will come and it's not what they ordered, so they just kill the Grubhub driver. I hate when TV shows have a dinosaur and it's a weirdly tall, non-feathered raptor. Yeah, that's just kind of how it goes, unfortunately. That's just kind of how it goes, unfortunately. Like, for example, take La Brea. La Brea was a NBC TV show that lasted for like 3 seasons, and it was all about like this giant sinkhole opening up in the ground, and there being first it was Cenozoic animals, and then it became paleontological animals. I've been torn up by mosquitoes and I've been itching. Dang, that sucks. Maybe in 65 million Grubhub perks give you deals on the foods you love. Yeah, but I was gonna say maybe in 65 million years someone will find some ancient alien species will come back to Earth and find that mosquito and resurrect a clone of you. Just think about that whenever you get bit by one of those. Also, I could probably divide this into 2 enclosures. Alright, let's see. But, I guess what I was saying is take La Brea for an example. La Brea, that's very hilly. La Brea was an NBC TV show that lasted for like 3 seasons. And it was alright. I mean, it was interesting to watch, and it was at least, interesting. But like when the dinosaurs came around, like the raptors were just straight up Ark/Jurassic Park raptors. They did a decent job with the Spinosaurs. They were kind of cool, but like the raptor was just like straight up. Oh wait, this is the wrong stuff. All right, but the raptors were just straight up Jurassic Park raptors, and it was kind of funny. All right, they would not want to bring back humans. Terrible idea. Yeah, fair point there. All right. What is the most Jurassic Park carnivore we can... Well, it might make sense to put a Suchomimus in here, because Suchomimus, I think, or was it Baryonyx or Suchomimus? It was either Baryonyx or Suchomimus that was in the original park plan for Jurassic Park. I think it was Baryonyx, but it could have been Suchomimus. Do you guys remember? Probably wouldn't know. Humans caused everything. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. It was either Suchomimus or Baryonyx. The only things is that, let's see. I think it was Suchomimus. So let's just do a Suchomimus. Do you know what they do need to add? They need to add the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Suchomimus skin. That'd be really cool. Oh, I also forgot we had the Spinoraptor and the Stegoceratops and those kind of odd little, what's it called, skins. Let's do some Suchomimuses. But they could really use like an orange variant, like they have in Chaos Theory. And I guess this will be a predecessor to the Spinosaurus. There is a Sucho in Chaos Theory. Yeah, the Chaos Theory Season 2, the orange Spinosaur looking thing. That was the Suchomimus. Select eggs. It was in like some of the earlier episodes of Season 2 of Chaos Theory. There's also a linguistic Baryonyx, which I thought was really cool. I meant to do an animation with that, but I meant to do an animation with a lot of things. I have the Suchomimus toy, by the way, but I forgot to do an animation with it because it's kind of really hard to animate with. I just kind of bought it for the, you know, like the skin. Like, I really like the design of it. Alright, let's see how we're doing over here. I hate how everything's linguistic. I think that's what they called it. Like, it couldn't hear, and it was like the Quiet Place monster. I think they just were just like, oh yeah, linguistic. I'm terrible with the L's. Sorry. But I think they just kind of saw the Quiet Place monster, and they're like, yes, but dinosaur. But I think it's cool. I like how the Atrociraptor Red was smart enough to like figure out how to like control the baryonyx with its like clicking. Like leucistic. Yeah, okay. I got it. Also, I think even though season 2 was pretty good in my opinion, I feel like I've watched it the least, and it might be my least favorite because it feels a little too far out there. Maybe I like it a lot still. I just haven't rewatched it yet. It was definitely pretty dark. Like, I really think it was cool how they got the baryonyx. I'm not going to call it leucistic because I'm just going to screw up the pronunciation again. I think it's really cool how the leucistic baryonyx was what turned on its owner. Okay, now we need to slow it down so we can meet this. Okay, so we need a lot of water, fish, forest. Alright, I figured this out. So back here is where we'll have the forest, because it's not really prominent for theme park goers to see. And then we'll put a lot of water over here. Obviously they're Spinosaurus, so they're going to like their water. Hopefully that doesn't... Leucistic. Okay, I'm getting better with the pronunciation. Alright, now alright, we still don't have enough forest. Alright, so we might need to extend the forest. Now we need sand and... Is this map Eastless Hornet? Yes, it is. So it makes a lot of sense that we're already putting some Spinosaurids on this map. Alright, now we need some sand. Holy. This is a weird dip. Let's see. Let's rate that up a bit. We don't want it to look so weird.
Commencing asset transit.
Alright, there. That definitely looks wonky, but it doesn't look too wonky on the track at least. So, let's see, so... Leucistic. Alright. We need more water still. Also, the Suchomimus roars sound like the FNAF jump scare at certain points. Oh, yeah, we need to get rid of that, but it's already leaking out of the enclosure. Now we... If you guys heard that a little bit, it really sounds like the FNAF jump scare. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Crap. Oh crap, I'm really messing up. I'm really messing this up. Okay. We'll just make this a slight decline. We don't really want to completely... It smoothly drops, so that looks alright. But now we need to kind of fix this too. Alright. We'll make it a little more of an easy... Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. It goes down a little bit, but it's not like a steep drop. At least too terribly. There. Yeah, if you hear that in the background, it just sounds like a FNAF jump scare straight up. Now we need fish. Fish. What's your favorite present-day animal? I like the geese. I did that with a lisp, but I like geese. They're like very cute in my opinion. They're just like these tiny little feathered things that are really cute, but for some reason like they're just super aggressive and people fear them. I love the geese. And the ducks too. I like the ducks. How are we still at 70%? Okay, we still need more water and sand. I guess we need more sand because we don't even have any sand. Let's see. I've been getting a lot of Discord notifications. Magish all in the trash can. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We need... Let's see. Okay, sand. Alright. Fill the whole enclosure with... Okay, I have to read that more. For some reason it cut off. I don't know why it just randomly chooses what to cut off and what to, like, list in descriptive detail. Alright, 71. We still need more sand. Sand. I don't think you can drown a Suchomimus. I mean, you probably could in real life, but, you know, like... You know, I saw a video talking about this. They should probably add swimming dinosaurs in the next Jurassic World evolution. Also, I get the point in putting the sand in, like, the tree areas. Like, there really isn't... You don't really see it that much. So, they're just like, oh, yes, I can't even see in here because of how dark and shaded this is. You know, add a little sand to the track. It kind of gives it that little scenic. Because it makes you feel like you're kind of on a beach a bit. But why not? Alright. There. Oh, it's kind of nice, I guess. Alright. They should be happy. Missing water. Alright, well then we'll just have to extend the water back into here. A little more. Just a little bit. We don't want to completely destroy the terrain of the enclosure. Let's see, we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm going to probably wrap it up in the next 10 minutes. There, 88%. That's probably the best we're going to get with the water. But they look like happy Suchomimuses. If they didn't bite my hand off, I would boop. Well, if it were real, if it wasn't real, or if it was real and it wouldn't bite my fingers off, or just straight up kill me, I would boop it. But yes, so I think we have some pretty good progress. You know, we got some colorful Suchomimus, we have the Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurs, walking around. You know, when Jurassic World Rebirth comes out, they're really gonna have to either A, add the Jurassic Park Rebirth Spinosaurus skins to this game, or add it to the next Jurassic World evolution. Make sure to get some souvenir sand in the guest shoes. Yes, absolutely. We just stopped the train or the tram and forced them to get out and get their sandals filled with sand, and like, yep, just to annoy you. But I like the colors. Like, I really got some colorful Suchomimus. Like green, blue, red, and then just straight up white. But I think we have a really good start. We can probably continue. We will definitely continue this park as we go along. Now, I'm not sure if the next stream I'll do will be 100% Jurassic World Evolution. I always like to break it up from time to time, but if you guys would really like to see this part continue, then I could probably do this straight in a row until we're done, and then go back to playing some other games. But so far, I think it's a pretty decent start. Definitely a lot of work to be done. And then I guess we can probably... We don't want to loop another time because then we'd be blocking the exit. But I think that's where I'm going to call it today. So, I guess we'll have like another 2 minutes for any last thoughts, any suggestions for... Oh, there's the runway. I guess I didn't even notice that. But we'll have another few minutes for any last thoughts or suggestions for Easter core. Okay, that's actually perfect. They do look like Easter eggs. Like straight up Easter eggs. Oh wait, oh crap, I forgot to add food. Alright. Oh, never mind. I did add food. Okay, I'm dumb. But last thoughts, suggestions for our next stream, suggestions for this park in general, anything along those natures. I don't know why, but I thought that Brachiosaur was someone screaming at me outside the mic. It was definitely a little close to the camera. Also, kind of sucked getting stuck behind this thing, like when you're like on the tour, you're just stuck here for like hours waiting for this thing to move. Oh my god, that would suck. Tried to make Splatoon idol themed Easter eggs. Around Suchomimus, they should add non-mammals and so creatures like Megalania, because adding mammals would make be the same as prehistoric plant. Yeah. Then give him a gun. I don't know if we're gonna be able to complete that request. DevPixel, more sauropods. That's something we can definitely do. Sauropods are pretty cool. I'm a big carnivore guy, but we can always add more sauropods. But I think this is where we'll call it. So it's always hard to do this because I'm always thinking of something else to talk about, because it's always nice to like have just someone to, or multiple people at the same time to just talk to about anything. Most of my friends are nowhere close to interested in dinosaurs, so it's nice to get on here and have people like talk dinosaurs or Jurassic Park in general. Name one of the Brachiosaurus Jim. That will be the last thing we do. This we'll call the sleeping one Jim. Jim makes sense. He's just waking up like, hey, did someone name me? I love the Jurassic Park 3s. I always really loved Jurassic Park 3. I don't know why it got so bad reviews. I can definitely see why, kind of. Like, I can kind of see why, but at the same time, I don't. I know it took the franchise in a completely different direction because it felt more like a kind of fast-paced slasher rather than slow horror, like creeping through the jungle. It's more like chase, chase, chase instead of, oh, something's stalking us. But, I don't get the issue with Dominion. I kind of do. I like Dominion, but I could definitely see where someone were annoyed at it. Jurassic Park 3 better than Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World, Dominion. I probably agree with Fallen Kingdom, and I'd probably say they're on par with Dominion. But anyways, I think this is what I'm going to call it, guys. If I didn't call it now, then I'd just keep talking for another 5 hours until there was no one on here and I was just talking to myself. I love the birdie fingers. But anyways, I guess this is where we'll call it. I'll go ahead and save it so I don't accidentally lose it. Save. We'll just call this Stream Park because we're doing this on stream. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom doesn't deserve the hate. Like, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of alright. Like, I really loved the Indoraptor, but, like, I felt like the dinosaurs, I think one of the biggest problems with it is it didn't feel very vibrant. It felt very, like, not very vibrant, just kind of like monochromatic, like less saturated, and all the dinosaurs just seem more like dragonish designs rather than like, you know, like how Jurassic Park's dinosaurs seemed more organic, I guess is the only way of describing it, you know? Like, for example, I'll just take a quick example real quick before I go. Take the Suchomimus. The Suchomimus looks like, even though this isn't a Jurassic Park design, it's kind of based off one, kind of. But it looks a lot more colorful, and the skin looks organic, and it doesn't look like too, like, I guess, like, I can't find a good word for it. I was going to say a word for it, but at the same time, it could be used for something else. And then take the Baryonyx up here. It's more rigid, like, scaly. Like, it doesn't seem as organic. It looks like they have, like, really thick scales, almost like a dragon, you know? But, okay. This is it, guys. I know I've been going on forever about how this is it. Okay, actually, one more example. Take the Allosaurus, for example. Yeah, it definitely looks a little dragon-like in the beginning, but then you have the other Allosaurus that looks just straight up. That just looks like straight up a dragon. Okay, save and exit. All right, but I think the Allosaurus might be something I'll add next time. I actually have never added an Allosaurus that is the Jurassic World Dominion style, but this is it. Final goodbye, guys. I can't add anything else to the park or else I have to save it again. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day. We'll do another stream really soon. Maybe even Friday. It may be next week. Depends. We did 2 streams last week, so I might try to replicate that. But leave suggestions if you want for the next stream or things you would like to see in the next park in the comments below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this Jurassic Revolution stream. I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I thought this would. I actually thought I'd get bored building a park, but I forgot how actually intricate and detailed and fun it can be. And I might actually have to get the Megalodon update because I never bought that. But anyways, see you guys later. This is Crowbar Animation out. And also keep an eye out for some upcoming videos, including a review on the Troodon Pectinodon figure and a brand new analog horror video coming out either this Saturday or next Saturday. But anyways, peace and see you guys